Testing. Okay. I'm gonna continue this one. Where are we at? Hello, Curio. Oh my. I've heard that spaghetti works. Maybe there's something you could use in the interim, or you buy or look for the one that you had. I don't know if that's true though. Did you lose it outside? I mean, you must have, right? If it's indoors, I guess you could try to find it, but... Okay, today I'm just gonna continue doing this and try to finish it. And then, I'll try to come up with my own solution first, then we compare and analyze. I try to get some values out. And then I might go back and take a look at all the shapes that they have. Alright, is the volume okay? It should be fine. Okay, what should I do here? Still have empty layers. Why do I have empty layers though? Hello, Silver. Man, every Monday it feels like I haven't done this for a long time. I need to jumpstart my brain again. Where is the thing? What? What do I got? Ah, yes, gradients that I missed. Yes, I'm doing fine, Silver. How are you? Would it be better to swap these guys? It's humid. That's good. Is that good? That's cool. Is that cool? And the air off, like the aircon? I see. Housework. Pain in the ass when necessary. I've been trying to cut down as much as I can. Anything that I cannot do, I'm just gonna delay it. Also in value than I think. Hello, Redex. Welcome. Brighter by a little bit. Okay. Sakana's Cafe? Who's Sakana? Japan. Face Connect. Oh, the what? The old I see. Cafe collab is kind of sus though. I mean, I went to Fubuki's, and it was kind of a weird experience. I can't say it was necessarily bad, but I can say that I probably won't go to another one anytime soon. Sakunane? Where is it? Let me see. I'm still looking it up. Entame shop tsuri. Where the hell is this? Tokyo, Osaka, and Hakata. Yes. The food. The experience I got was kind of sus, man. Like, they would serve people the appetizer, the food, the dessert, and the drinks in like a random order. I don't know how they decided on that order, but some people get the dessert first, some people get the appetizer, some people get the main dish. Hello, Lord Server. Am I single? Sure, I am single. Are you offering? Wait, no. Wait, didn't you say that you want to live with me the other time? It's kind of hard to see what's happening. It is still darker, but compared to that, it's about the same. Roommate, not live together. I see. Hello, George. Enough to push it out. Okay. About owls? Owls are cute. Not sure if there's anything to do with the song, but what was the purpose of this black and gray? Yes, so we had a lengthy discussion about this. Yes, it is a study. As for the purpose of the study, there's quite a few different aspects of it. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to just be trying to be more, how do I say, just exposing myself to a different workflow. Like, we're not allowed to use lines, and we're not allowed to do sketching and stuff like that. We're just supposed to put shapes on the canvas. So that's what we did for the past, I think this is like 12 hours in now. And there's that. That's also the aspect of just basically trying to, you know, see if I can create this in black and white. So just try to tune, what's the word? Like, try to get my sense of values to match up with what I'm seeing in this illustration. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, just basically do things. I think at the end of the day, it's just trying to do something. And specifically, there's something I want to get out of this illustration, but it doesn't really need me to do what I'm doing right now. So I can't really say that is the purpose of this necessarily. But I want to look at basically what the value range of each section of this illustration is. Like, we have the two characters in the middle. They're clearly the focal point, right, with the high contrast. But we have the two sections on the left and right. And by the virtue of everything existing on the same canvas, they have to be separated out somehow. And the way you do that is contrast. And that could be color contrast, that could be value contrast. And in this case, value is the main one. So I want to see if there's anything special about the values. That's kind of why I chose this illustration. Right now, I'm just doing my own sort of attempt at trying to basically see if I can create something that reads. And then if I can, or if I can't, one way or the other, we're gonna look at the original and compare. And see what's up with that. And that will tell me two things, right? The thing that I want to know, which is what the value range for each section is. And the other thing is how far off am I? Like my own sense of values. Am I seeing things correctly? That kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just too bright, I think. I'll lower this. It's kind of okay to basically compare relative values between areas that's adjacent, but then in terms of absolutely across the whole image, I could be overall too bright or too dark, or probably not too dark because my monitor, I realize, is showing the values a little bit higher than what it actually is. So you guys are probably seeing this slightly darker than what I'm seeing. If I try calibrating, I didn't bother, honestly. How should I say this? Like, I'm either looking at my monitor or I'm looking at my tablet, and neither one of them I really trust in terms of the values. I suppose I could compare with my phone. I suppose I could do that. I tried doing it to my tablet before, but what I realized is it depends on the illustration. Sometimes it's off, sometimes it's not. If I calibrate it to one illustration, then the next one is kind of jank. So I kind of just stopped caring. Okay, I need the bottom left, guys, and then I need the mask, as well as the ribbon. I actually kind of like the ribbon being like completely white here. But Pro Display XDR. Again, like I appreciate the sentiment. I just don't have that space, and I don't have permission to move stuff around. So I am stuck the way this is, at least for the foreseeable future. And it's not too bad, I don't think. I think the fact that people enjoy my videos showed that at the very least, what I'm working with is not absolute dog shit. Like, I'm not seeing like blue as red or something like that. So if it suffices, it suffices for now. And then I can think about everything else in the future. I don't know how much of the color difference and the value difference is affecting my work and my own sort of perception. Do you want someone to say that exactly? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Silver. What does this match up? Kind of around the face level, but I think it's about the same already. Too big. Slightly brighter, slightly dark. Yeah, like during streams when I'm speaking, most of the time is whatever that I'm saying is going out, and then I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Like you want public opinion on your work? If something looks off, I'm sure someone will let me. Yeah, like yeah, if something's super off, someone will let me know, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna put the same, like my version and the original on the same monitor. But if it's my tablet on my screen, so I would know what the difference is. And then my monitor and stuff relative to other people's monitor, that I do not know. But I'm just gonna make some assumptions, yeah. That's probably fine, right? Probably. Not too bad. Well, my keyboard and mouse are failing though. I should probably change these ones. These ones I should change and could change. Oh, this is the original. I don't need that. Pants are slightly darker, but not that dark. Oh, it's not even changing that much though. Is that what you? No, I did not. I actually know this artist, the artist that composed the music from way before. I only just learned today that they composed the score for Look Back, so this is me hearing it for the first time. I like the other pieces. And I think in the future I'll probably use the music as inspiration for some of the stuff I want to do. Ah, shit, I forgot to put the shadows down. What? Yoink. Kind of fitting. It's the art grind. Face even slightly brighter. Oh wow, okay, what? Ape is kind of bright. And I think I'll just play some of his other albums. The last time I did this, I don't think I got any copyright warnings, so we should be fine. It will just come afterwards when it becomes a VOD. As long as they don't give us trouble during the stream, I think I'm okay. What? I need to close. Yeah, like it depends on the company that that owns the copyright. Because if we do Kafu, the Japanese singer that's online, I think she's like 21 this year or something. She's like super young. She's super talented. But anyways, there was one time we did one of her MVs and then we got taken off air directly. But that was because I was showing the whole thing directly as well. Anyways, kind of hard to tell. I don't know where they draw the line. I mean, it's one of those where they don't say it very clearly, so they can do whatever they want in the moment. So it's just as much as possible we should avoid it. It's just that it's kind of like boring, I guess. Listening to Fontaine or like one of those Genshin music for like stream after stream after stream. I have to make notes after this, I'm pretty sure. Because every time I do something like this, I never go back and evaluate and think about what is it that I learned, what is good and what is bad. So this time I should make sure to do that. I need to put in the shadows and I need to put in some noise. Alright, good night, Silver. These are too strong here. Oops. Not popping out, but that's partly because the background is not quite the same though. Yeah, these guys are too dark overall. They're dark, but not that dark. Okay. Like Tex's hair is the darkest. And then the corners of the illustration, and then everybody else needs to stay within. See back. De momento looks like Slightly darker. Yes. My playlist? Yeah, I don't have one that I can just share because I just do it on YouTube. Half the times it depends on what YouTube decides to recommend me, which in the recent years is just the stuff that I just heard in the past few weeks. Hello, Uni. Yeah, unfortunately I do not have it. I've been a little bit more what's the word? Diligent about sharing sources in the earlier streams. And as far as I can remember, I don't feel like we've really adventured too far out of the usual playlist. Like, we've always been on the same thing, which is the Genshin music, some Vocaloid stuff. Yeah, it's not like it's always Fontaine. Right now, we're kind of trying to go away from that. That's why we are putting like Haruka Nakamura. Mamomo was pretty good. Kanzaki Hiro is also pretty good. Porter Robinson. I like Porter Robinson's Secret Sky, which is like this live thing that he does. But only the 2021 set, because I haven't heard the other ones. Some Gura music, some Maple Story music. Anime piano music. I haven't listened to Vocaloid in a while now, actually. The way that the streams work out after work is just I'm usually not that energetic, and then Vocaloid music or those EDM music that I sometimes listen to for work, they take a lot out of me. They're there to force me to concentrate because the beat is there, and as long as the beat is moving, I feel like I'm moving with it, so it's very good for working. It's just that it gets too burned out. These are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I have this huge list that I keep. It's like a text document. It is not the best note-taking that I've done. Wait, it might be the best note-taking I've done. It's just not very good. I don't really take notes. Ah, yes, Uni. Almost ready for the move. Hopefully it's not too much trouble. I know Japan has a lot of paperwork and stuff, but I don't think it's quite like that, right? If you're moving in with someone else. Okay, music playlists, I think... Sorry, I'm jumping back and forth because of topics, because my brain is just like jumping back and forth here. But music playlists, I feel like in the future, we might have one, because I'm gonna need to come up with one as I am drawing. Because a lot of my inspiration comes from music. And if I'm drawing my own thing, I will want to do those ones because those ones are the ones that made me want to do this in the first place. So as I'm doing those, I'll probably create a list and I'll be classifying them based off of the type of vibes that they give off to me. 2 different building for paperwork. I see. Hang on 1 second. What am I doing here? Ah, yes. Go back online here. I'm just gonna carve out some more shapes. I think we spent a better part of this week still on this piece, most likely. Shit. What am I looking at? Right, the floor. I need to get the shadows out. Let me think about this. Oh my god. Okay. Trying to keep in mind the layer management here, so it's a little bit easier to work with. Sorry, why is it not working? Oh, because I locked the opacity. No, wait, what? I see the shadows do not exist outside of this. That's the problem. Oh, because the shadows are on top. Okay, I got the layers backwards. Clearly didn't plan for this. Okay, let me think. That means I'm doing this wrong. This gradient doesn't exist here. It should exist on the shadow layer. Given that there's gradient, I want this to be clean. So I'm gonna have this whole thing blocked out. Do some quick adjustments here. Ah, crap. Okay, let me just lock it here then. Just propagating this, and then I want to lock this. This is onto this. This gradient is over there. So it's a light layer that's on top. That should have been on top. This is the light layer. Alright, so I have to invert this. Invert. Lock. These guys will detach. This will come down. This will detach. Right, that means I have to control the shapes there. Okay, never mind then. I should have planned this a little bit better. Now that the shadow's on top. Should be merged down. Oh. Get rid of that and then... Get my light layer back. Sorry, wrong layer. Get my light layer back. Get my shadow back. Oops. Yeah, no, this is pretty jank way of working. I can do this. Never mind all that, that's just nonsense. I think this is not a good way to set up the layers. I would rather have the light layer on top, and then have the shadow at the bottom. So one light on top, one shadow at the bottom. Then I'll use clipping mask to clip out the part that I want on top, on the light. But in this case, it still wouldn't work that well, I think. Because I will clip out the empty spaces between the railings on the floor and on the top. Then I have to do the gradient. That would be a erasure, but I still have the shadows too. So either way, it doesn't really work that well because you have a mixture between soft edges and like the shadows here. So I cannot just like airbrush like this. Like once I do it like this and then I have the shadows painted in, I'm kind of committed. Because it's really hard then to do another airbrush without affecting the shadows that we're painting in here. Separately would have been better, huh? Yeah. I'll fix this more if the would have done it more properly if this was like a proper illustration here. Yeah, yes, the gradient problem. Okay, never mind. Kinda bright, and it's not that easy to manage. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go back to the original. Cool. And I'll just paint in the shadow separately. Yes, I saw the post for the fish. Nice to see that she's back so soon. Okay. Shadow is you? Yes, sir. Yeah, nice that she decided to keep that, I think. Everything seems to be just like what it was. I hope. DNA. Thereabouts. Going. Okay, lock. Shit, how do I do this? They're on different layers, so it's kind of annoying to work with. It's gonna have to do it manually here. Darker? No, consistent, right? Oh, okay, this is a lot of noise. Hang on. Which way should I go? Does it matter? Oh, interesting. It's not in the cast shadow, but it's in the gradient on the ground. So it's clearly meant to be the texture of the floor. I guess. Plus the cast shadow means that there's no light at the tangential angle. So the texture can't really be seen. I guess it don't really have to analyze it that deep, but... Okay, how should I do this? That means it's on the floor, but below these guys? And only on the light. That means right here then. And because this gradient here is dark, and I want some textures on the dark part, I'm gonna use a whiter color instead of using a darker color for the noise. I'm gonna spam it in different sizes or something. Do artists copy character silhouette and mapping with shadow? I don't know what that means. Like, we're doing this specifically because we're trying to get the study. I don't know if you're referring to something specific. Like, under what circumstance? I guess. Nicola. Empty layer again? Amazing. Ooh, thick. One, two, three to the foot. Covered by the shadows, that's fine. There's some textures in here. Okay. Can be darker. Oh wait, wrong brush. Decently clean. The edges are kind of sharp on my. Okay. Edges are kind of sharp. Oh no, I have to do this blurring manual then. I think I will do the confetti as well. I'm missing some more noise and stuff. On the bottom, guys, some more gradients. Confetti, some texture on the ribbon. This side I'm gonna ignore. There's textures in the lights. I don't know how to do that. I don't recognize this pattern at all. I'm gonna go to the washroom, so I'm gonna take the chance to export this time lapse real quick. It's gonna take a hot minute. I'll be right back. Eat. I should have just not labeled these with numbers. Now I don't know what the order is. I think lab was first, then taxes. 3, 4, 43, and 5. Oh. Aha, confetti. Why did I say I want to do the confetti? It doesn't look fun at all. I just get the bright ones, I think. I'll get like a few of the bright ones, a few of the mid-tone, and a few of the darker ones. Because I just want the values to be accounted for. Okay. Ribbon. Right about the same. Oh yes, same layer. Uh-huh. Oh, noise. Should have split it up in the first place. Oh. 여기까지야. I'm gonna ignore this then. This doesn't work. Yeah, the lines here are too clean. This must be like a generated lens flare thing. This prismatic effect along the edge here. I was thinking that I can replicate it by using a rake brush to erase it out, but it will overlap. We wouldn't get these clean lines like this. I don't think. I still make do though. Ah, sort of. Any tips on focusing? That is a good question. Primarily, I'm very easily distracted unless there's something that I want to do, or I'm being held accountable to do something. Like right now, part of the main reason why I stream is because it helps me focus, because I know that I'm being watched, and even if no one's here, I'm being recorded. So that external pressure makes me focus because I don't like to look bad. Essentially, it comes down to, and I think that basically means that I think the way that I focus is kind of just making use of all the negative emotions that I feel. I'm exploiting that. I'm basically saying that, you know, I'm putting myself in a position where I have to focus, or I get something bad. Because otherwise, if I'm at work, I get distracted easily. I will be on I'll look at Twitter every 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Unless I get into like a good flow. So maybe that would be the second thing. If there's a flow, if I want to see something be done, and I'm in like the mode where I can see the front to the end, like I already know what I have to do. I just need to do it. And that's the part that I can focus. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because like I guess the part where it's hard to focus is that you're doing something you don't want to do, right? You're trying to escape it actively. If it's something you want to do, then you'll be focused doing it. Because, you know, like it's like if you're being distracted, it's because you want to do something else. So you can make yourself want to do that thing. You can make yourself not want to not do that thing, which is kind of what I'm doing with the stream. I guess that's the two options. At the very core of it, I guess that's the two options. If you're talking about art, specifically, I don't know if you're thinking about art. But if you're thinking about art, then... Art is hard, I think. Because you have to do things you don't necessarily want to do. So I'm getting distracted. It's kind of hard to constantly... Yeah, like game making in general, I usually get distracted. Let's see. If you can pay attention to the moments where you get distracted, like what exactly is it that you were doing when you got distracted? Because clearly something about it is something you don't necessarily like. And that makes you want to escape it, and therefore your brain is like, oh, how about this other thing which is more interesting and more fun than what you're doing? You know, and if that part of your work is something that you have to do, you can't just get someone else to do it for you or something like that, then you have to find a way to make it either accountable, so a timeline, a deadline. You can plan out mini steps so that every time you do a step that you don't want to do, you're getting closer to that goal of finishing it, but at the same time you're getting like tiny bits of dopamine in terms of accomplishing something. Or you can be like me, you can stream, you can get someone to watch you, you can get someone to hold you accountable. And or you can somehow make it fun, so that instead of being distracted to do something else, this is the fun thing now. Then you don't have to be worried about getting distracted, because maybe you'd be distracted from something else to want to do this instead. I don't know. I think that's kind of where I try to be with art. Try to make it interesting enough so that I don't have to play games anymore. Games take a lot of time and they don't get me closer to my goals necessarily. But in order to get there, you have to be like so good at art that you're not worried about if you can finish it, but rather what you're finishing today. Yeah, like if I can find that change in mindset. If one day I wake up, I realize, you know, instead of saying, can I do this today? I'm thinking about what am I going to finish today? Then I think that's when I'm probably ready to tackle something bigger. That'd be a good benchmark, I think. It'd be interesting. We'll see. Yeah, it's hard to stay focused now. Okay, this is read the same. I don't know. It's a problem with this illustration. It's too complicated. Too many things happen at the same time. Too many things trying to get your eyes to look at them. If I just look at mine, like, I can basically see most of the shapes, I think. Okay, why am I so zoomed out? I think I can see most of the shapes. Ooh, okay, let me up this and down this. Other than Lappy's face. Lapland is so hard to say. I'm just gonna call her Lappy. A Lap. Other than her face, everything else kind of reads. I think. Oh, her clothing is kind of... but it's a gradient thing. We don't have enough shapes for our two main characters here, I think. But I think in the meantime it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and compare with the original now, I think. Where is her clothing? Yes. My inconsistent naming system. Probably around this much. Trying to do background right now, but not using it. Yeah, that's the part that I feel like if you guys are really trying to practice, I think being here in this stream is probably counterproductive, because that's how I feel most of the time. If I'm doing work and I have a video on, if I'm just drawing and have a video on, I find it super distracting. So if you guys want to focus on art, by all means, like probably working by yourself is the best. Yeah, actually, I don't know, like I don't know if I can relate to that necessarily. Yeah, I've always been by myself. I don't know what it means to have like people always like to study in groups. I don't understand that. Like I always see them just fooling around. Never seen them be effective. And then art. Yeah, like I mean, if you think it's more productive to be here, that's great. That's great for me. But otherwise, like feel free to hop off and focus on your own stuff. The last part is these things on the side. What's happening here? That's fine. I always thought that it would have been cool if there's like if I had more company, because I've always done this by myself, and I always wonder what's it like if you have friends to draw together. But then at the same time, it's like, unless you're working on the same project, but if you're just individually developing your own style and skills, it's like art is very personal. Other than just chatting as you're doing it, you're mostly still by yourself, I feel like. I guess you can talk about ideas and difficult things. Yeah, I can't work in a group either. Not when like what you're working on is something very, very personal. You kind of have to be isolated, I feel like. Yeah, right. Never quite figured out the lights. Ah, yes. I think it's hard not to compare yourself to other people. It's do it with Mia. Like I think with Mia, yeah, like it's kind of like we're just chatting. Yeah, we're just kind of chatting, I think. That is interesting. Oh, okay, now I'm starting my analysis mode. Right. I think it's because, oh yeah, actually that makes sense. So it is doable if what you're doing is very structured. If you know what you're doing and you know what the goal of the exercise is, and maybe if you have done the exercise before, you kind of know what to expect out of it for yourself, then being with someone, being essentially slightly distracted would be kind of cool. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see you around, man. All the best for your art. All the best. Alright, I'm just gonna zoom out and see how it reads here. Oh my, the original is so hard to see. Yeah, it's like on stream so far, whenever I'm kind of stuck, where I don't really feel like doing anything on the day, and I'm trying to come up with something to do that would be interesting to me, I never managed it, I think. Indeed, yeah. If it's just work. Grindy work. Yes, zoomed out like this, we can control this a little bit better. I see some differences here and there. Mostly the same, I guess. They get more atmosphere somewhere in the middle. The bottom left is a bit darker on the original. The top middle is slightly brighter, but I kind of like mine more. The cape isn't actually dark. Oh, the shadow isn't dark enough. Interesting. So the bottom left is just not dark enough. Oh, the bottom... No, the top left is kind of not bright enough, huh? Behind the curtains. Tabe no hoshi. Okay. On OBS it must be like so small, the reference. Fix those things and come back. More atmosphere here and there. And then darker on the bottom left, brighter over there. Okay, cool. Radium. これか?これだわ。Back and then front. Overall darker. Just gonna smack it on top. I'm not gonna use multiply because I want to lower the contrast as well as the value here. It's gonna pull everything down together. I might need both actually. Gyaku. Shadow on the back. That's all the way at the back. Okay. Cape here. There's no sound, just music. Do you like what do you hello? Yes, hello, how are you? Yeah, I suppose that there is no sound and there is only just music. Yes, how's my day? It's been great. It's Victoria Day in Canada, so it's a holiday. Any holiday is a good day. How was your day? Oh shit, this doesn't work like that. Ah man, this is my stupid ass setup. That'll do. Hello, Debay. Center needs to go brighter. Everything else controls. Okay. Hmm? Chihuahua. Wait, no. The value is basically there, right? I think it's too bright. I don't know. I can't see it anymore. Didn't sleep today. Sorry, ask. Subscribe. Thank you. Oh my god. I still feel kind of. I don't know what this emotion is. It's a mixture of like being ashamed, shy, ashamed, and like proud, but like feeling kind of bad. I think I'm gonna struggle with this my whole life. Is that I always feel like I can do better because I can always see a better way to do it. I can always see a better result, but it just becomes unrealistic to always redo the thing. This is a illustration. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the ref again. The reference links. 1 second here. So if you play Arknights, so if you're familiar with the game's art, you probably have come across this person's art before. A Chinese artist by the name of Min. They do a lot of very insane illustrations. And we're just here to kind of try to work on. I think I'll be looking at Min's illustration for a while. The Hoyoverse company, are they the same company? It's Yostar. I don't know if it's Hoyoverse. I don't know how the companies work behind the scenes. Arknights is what is it, Hypergriff? Was it Hippogriff? Hypergriff. And the Yostar. Azul Lane, I think they also did. On the stage, on the road, a track. I'm gonna blast everything out of proportion. Oh no, it's because it's on top. But I don't want it Texas shoes to get any brighter, I don't think. Shoes are kind of bright enough. Let's blow this up. It's very bright. Yes, I still don't understand what publisher and developer versus studio. What does the publisher do? I don't know what they do. But cool story, guys. Cool stuff. Good on them. More please. Hang on, let me find music again. Haruka Nakamura. What was my favorite piece from them? I forgot. Playlist. Alright, listen to that. Thank you. That's all the stuff. Oh, marketing and stuff. Server maintenance. Oh, they do DevOps. Is Valorant music good? Is it like chill music or is it like battle music? This piece is called Nowhere by Haruka Nakamura. Nakamura? Haruka. I like this piece and Sin. Valo music is not chill. Man, I love FPS games, but I cannot bring myself to play Valo and CS. And any of the games that requires you to hold an angle and then do split-second reaction. Oh. You also recently for how they're handing out like Scobble? Oh, really? There's something going on? Why play games so you can draw? Indeed. Why not do both? I'm actually in my friend's Minecraft server right now. I'm AFKing for their farms. Yeah, do both. Problem with English voice actor. Oh, of course. Are you on a Minecraft kick? Maybe. I've been on the Minecraft kick for like a week or two. Perhaps it's just vanilla. Random maintenance. They didn't announce it anywhere out of a Discord message. Ooh, must have been urgent. If they had to break like the usual SOP to do maintenance. Probably not glow dodge here. Kind of screen nonsense. Yeah, my friend got like a server for like a year, so we just decided to play it. We're gonna do vanilla now, and then I think when we get bored, we'll probably move on to mod it, some kind of mod pack. Might do a Minecraft streamer. The dungeon mention banner had the date wrong in game, so people didn't manage to get. Oh, some students trying to change. That is interesting. That is interesting. I didn't know any of those. I guess all I did was go in and gacha, and then I didn't actually play the game. What is Jenny mod? Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this thumbnail? It's like, oh. I've never seen this. Oh, I have to send this to my friend. Let me send a message to him now. Let me see. Alright. My viewers requested we play Jenny mod from Minecraft. He's not gonna respond. He's at work, but I'm getting distracted right now. Where's my light layer? Shit. Cannot find it. Is it here? It's here. Doko desu ka? Doko? Huh? Alright, never mind. I'm gonna just use the select layer too. Where is this? Oh my god. Distracted by just distracted by conversations in general. My friend instantly replied, people of culture. I guess he is aware. I'm not aware. Man, like my mod packs that I used to play is just like I forgot, some kind of skyblock survival that had like the alchemy mod in it. It was like a pretty popular mod pack, maybe like 5-6 years ago. Yes, all the anime girls look the same. I'm just kidding, but Yeah, there's so many things I can do. Once you can draw so many things. Alright, anyways, I think I'm just gonna compare it to the original now. I think most of what I can see has been fixed. There's some minor things here and there. Let's do this real quick. I want to drop the top a bit. Yeah, modern Minecraft is so nice. It's so much time though. And I hate the way I play games because I min max and I think about the math. So if there's anything's automated, I have to figure out the math so that it's self-sustaining. And that is so tiring. I watched this other shit, I forgot what's his channel name. There's this really somewhat small-ish YouTuber that plays Oxygen Not Included. And he would bring up the Excel spreadsheet every time he does some kind of a setup. It's called doing all the math and then like, man. Oh, hello, Nia the cat. Thank you very much. I don't think... Okay, what I think is that people probably shouldn't watch my stream. If you're here to talk and chill, I think that's great. But like, you definitely shouldn't come back and watch the stream. I don't think there's anything of value in there. To be worth the time. Like, I feel like if you have something specific you want to know, you can ask me directly, or you can find someone who is more suited, what's the word, qualified to answer the question. But watching the stream, I don't think it's a very efficient way to do it. We might condense something out one day though. Let's see, copy. Oh, okay. Ah, shit, wrong place. Of course, thank you very much. Alright, time to I was gonna say cheat, but I guess it's not really cheating anymore now that we're done with it. But hello? Oh. But if I blur the image, we could filter out the tiny details here. But the shapes will not hold, so... see, I'm still not dark enough. Dang, dude, I thought I was dark enough. I'm still getting tricked by my monitor. Because I am really darker than what I'm seeing here. Now, how much darker is this? Didn't I use pure black in the corner? Oh my god, even my darkest dark is still not dark enough. Alright, cool story, I guess. I think the white parts? Yeah, no, even the white parts. Oh, the bottom left shadows don't read as well. Huh. Now that I look at it, yeah, it doesn't... It sure as hell doesn't read as well. Okay, now I'm just gonna grab so for each of the 3 sections, I think, I'm gonna get a gradient of the bright... Oh, by all means, poor guy. See you around, I suppose. All the best. For each section, I'm gonna grab a gradient of the brightest colors to the darkest colors, and then try to see the color transition, I think in terms of HSV. And now commit it to memory, just like I did it for the last image that we did, the last illustration. Alright, sounds good. Oh. Lamau. Well, I guess you're in luck, because we're gonna be here every day. You can be here every day. At least for the rest of the year, I'll be streaming every weekday still. But yes, I'll just grab the gradient and then I will see if we can find any patterns. And then we'll see where we're gonna go from there. At the very least, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna do some more I'm gonna get some more shapes, I think, out of the illustration. I want to kind of look at how the shapes work in some of the hair, but I see a lot of gradients actually. A lot more soft edges than I'm expecting. And then other shapes in there are very hard to extract, I feel like. Very hard to read. Yes. I see. Yeah, please stay safe. Of course. But we'll be here whenever you can. Of course. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be streaming, we'll be online. The very bright ones and the dark ones. The transition is visible. Everything else is very subtle. Clothing wise, we're talking big shapes, but the shapes are kind of hard to see too. A lot of gradients. A lot of just noise, it feels like. Design on the wrist. Ooh. Hello, Yaz. Welcome. I don't know if this makes sense, but I think it's kind of hard to tell some of the shapes here. It's very hard to see a pattern for me. I don't really see any strong patterns. I think it'll be easier if I actually get to look at the artist draw. Like maybe look at the movement instead for the hand. Can't really tell what's happening. How is this put in? You have the bright, you have the dark. Now I'm looking at the shapes of like the light part and the shadow part and the midtones and all that. And I'm just trying to see if we can spot any patterns that I can pick up and use essentially. Because I don't have a lot of shapes in my visual library essentially. And part of the study was hoping that, you know, once we break it down into the big forms, we can break it down to smaller forms. And then from the smaller forms, let's say like we look at all the hair across all 6, 7 characters here. Surely we can find some kind of a pattern, right, in terms of the rendering. From there we can extrapolate, we can think about, oh, okay. So some of these shapes, some of these things we like, maybe we can use it in our own drawings. But in the first place, it's kind of hard to isolate shapes. Probably a lot of painting being done, I think. We got color blending and all that, so a lot of shades just blend into each other. How would I break this down here, even? Light and dark, and then the light fall off. Gradient will be on, or we can do the thing, but it's fine. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna pick out the colors first. And I'll think about the shapes some other time, I think. Given the time right now, it'll probably be ending once I finish grabbing all the colors out. I need a new... これかな? Maybe not yet. Okay, let's do that later. Okay. How do I start? Damn, where do I even start? Okay, let's start with the values first. I cannot see the colors. Yeah, indeed. It's just that, like, for example, like this part on the fox mummy's hair here, it's kind of hard to see individual shapes here. It feels like there's a lot of gradients going on. Getting brighter, getting darker, getting brighter, getting darker. Oh wait, we can do posterization actually. If we do posterization, it forces it to be into certain steps. Where is it? Oh no, it's not here. Edit tonal posterization. Now if it's just black and white here. Yeah, we can't choose the thresholds here, so it's not normalized within this selection. Oh, maybe it is. Wait, I have extra stuff selected. Does it normalize within? Yeah, it doesn't normalize. I don't think. It doesn't take the brightest and the darkest in here and set them as the 0 and 100. It uses 0 to 100 absolute scale here. So all of these are too dark. If I set the scale to 50. To 2, sorry. Look like they're looking at the whole thing instead of zooming in. Yeah. I'm curious about like the actual rendering in here. How they would have set up the colors and how they would have used like the brush strokes. Like the brush and the brush strokes. What the other operation is. Because even getting this effect here, right? Like you would have to put the color in somehow. And then at some stage it's blurred. Whether if it's by a blur tool or whether if it's by a blending tool. How is it painted? Colors being picked and being placed. Maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't. We don't have to get the same, but I'm just curious. But anyways, let's start here. I need a grayscale gradient here. So the brightest is here. And maybe the second brightest somewhere here. Nowhere. Of course, of course. Send email to ask the artist. I don't think that's such a bad idea. Like, I don't know about sending an email, but leaving like a message and like the social media, I think is probably fair game. Yeah, like yeah, poor guy. We're talking about the rendering of like everything essentially. The hair, the clothing, everything. Because it's really hard to break it down into shapes, like clear shapes for me. I can't really see what's happening. Like how would they have set up the colors? How would they have go about rendering this? What kind of brushes and that kind of stuff? I think in academia, like stuff like sending an email and asking is a lot more prevalent. I remember doing like we were doing this research on like some I don't know if I can talk about it too much, but we were doing some research and we were reading someone else's paper, and we end up emailing the original author, and then they send back a response and be like, oh, okay, you know, this is what I did, this is why it would work or would not work. Can't even get the face right. It happens, I think. I don't know if there's any good advice I can give you. If you're really out of it, like there's really not much you can do to get yourself back in, I feel like. At least personally. Yeah, no, the email was about some intricate details. Like we were trying to improve the code. This is an open source project that everyone probably knows about, that we wanted to improve on. Well, maybe not everyone, but like if you do software and if you do some amount of what do you call it, like making sure that your code is secure, you will probably have heard of the technique, and you probably heard of the library and stuff like that. We weren't expecting the author to reply, but they did. That was pretty cool. I mean, poor guy, if you're really out of it, you feel like you lost all control, but you still want to draw, I think a study is still the best. Have an artist that you like, do one copy of a illustration you like, and then you can change the change the expression on the face, and then maybe you can try drawing the same face with a slightly different angle, and then slowly like turn up the difficulty again. I think that might be a bit easier to sort of digest. Art is so hard because it's so overwhelming. There's so many things that happens at the same time that in the very beginning, there's not much you can do about it, because you need all of those things to be on the canvas, but you have none of those things already. But you still have to do it, and then only after a while you sort of get more comfortable with some of it. Are you able to like, oh, okay, I know I suck at this, but I'm okay with this, so I guess it's fine, kind of thing. What am I trying to do here? I don't need this, actually. I just need the brightest bright, some midtones, and then the darkest dark, so I can see the range, and that would be that, I think. I don't think I need everything here. The software dev like art, I don't think those are mutually exclusive. If you're talking about in general, I dare say that we do, right? Like, I mean, like a lot of artists, a lot of software people are, what do you call it? They like anime, they're like furries. And a big cornerstone of all of these fandoms is art, so I do expect a lot of software people to like art. But that being said, no one at my work really likes art that much. And what I'm doing right now, yeah, kind of. Sorry, where did I get this from? I don't know where I got it from. Yeah, what I'm doing now is yeah, exactly, actually, poor guy. Like, just before we started this illustration, I was doing... Okay, take one step back here. So from the very beginning, we were doing studies. We were doing anatomy studies, we were doing like a bunch of studies. And those about construction, about form, about like the underlying structure. And after I got off of that, I decided that, oh, okay, you know, let's do some open-ended drawing. Let's just draw whatever. I want to draw my own character. So I drew my own character for like a couple of streams. And then I got burnt out from doing that. So I decided, let's do animation. And we did animation. And that was what we did just before coming into this, because I realized that you know, I'm kind of burnt out, but I still want to improve. So I'm just going to do some studies. And if I'm going to do studies, I should do stuff that I've never done before, which is like value studies, painting related stuff. And, you know, not use lines. That's kind of what we did here, because that's out of my comfort zone. And then I also decided that if I'm going to do it anyways, let's just do the most difficult thing that we can find, because why not? If we suck, we suck. If we make it, then, you know, confidence boost, we can find something harder. That kind of thing. So that's where we are right now. Also, I wouldn't recommend anyone following what I'm doing unless it makes sense to you guys, because I'm still exploring the process. I don't know if what I'm doing makes sense. It makes sense to me right now. But after I do it, I will have some more thoughts about it. I don't think I should insert the corner, man. But it's still here. Actually, let's put it here. Let's get one more tone in between here. Maybe like this. It's kind of brighter. じゃないわ、もう。ここ? Yeah, like I wouldn't really say that I jump into the fire necessarily, because we've done similar things before, although not to this level for sure. And I've also skirted around this thing for so long, like for so many years, that I don't know, I guess you could, it's still jumping into the fire, but it took me like a couple of years to make the jump, so it feels kind of disingenuous to say that I just jumped in, because I don't have that courage to just jump in like that. Somewhere here. Ah, crap, I forgot where I got it again. Short-term memory is so bad now. Where is this? I just want to get an idea of the values, the actual numbers. Sorry, what just happened to my stupid screenshot? Why is it the post screen now? What the heck, bro? Yes. Yeah, good night, man. See you around. 何これ? いらね。これはここら辺だね。Oh, I should write a script for this. We should make a script for this. Yes, I was reading the James Gurney's Color and Light, and then while I was reading the book, I realized I've read it before. And the reason why nothing stuck was because I didn't practice enough, so there was nothing in my head to draw off of. There's no personal experience to think about. But then now that I have a little bit more, reading it makes a little bit more sense. I think it's still kind of far in terms of truly utilizing the book to its full potential. But what I realized reading it was that there was this section on color gamut, which is the range of colors that you decide to use on your own illustration. And that's why I thought maybe it's a good idea to actually have a script that sort of takes the color gamut of any given painting, and then Ah shit, I forgot what the usage is. I need to look at my script real quick. I think there's probably online tools to do this, but yes, it's Color and Light by James Gurney. If you give me 1 second, I can send the name here. The book is very much about oh, you got it? It's more realistic stuff. How should I say this? I'm not saying it's only for traditional painting. It's just that the book is more about how light behaves in the real world. How light and color behaves in the real world. So you can make use of that knowledge, compare it with your own experience and the art that you like, and then see if there's anything that can help you within that. This comment is not easy to set up. I should have made a copy of this so I don't have to prep this every time. Oh, hello. I should have just set the default values, bruh. 1024, check. True, save. Oops. Save that. So I wrote a script to just basically pick out the colors and then put it on the color wheel and see what colors are in this illustration. And it's running right now. So we can get something like this. But I don't know how useful this is at the moment. And I don't know how accurate it is at the moment either. So from the illustration behind, we kind of get a wheel. A cheese wheel of all the colors that is supposedly in this illustration. The size of the dots is meant to represent the frequency of the color, but yeah, I don't think this works right now. Does this work? How come all the yellow stuff doesn't trigger on the yellow side? Are these actually green? Anyways, ChatGPT gives some funny code sometimes, so I'm not sure how accurate this is. But if this thing is useful, we might use it in some future streams to do some, I don't know, just understanding of illustrations a little bit better, perhaps. Actually, let me try another one. Why is this so jank? So we're trying it on this one this time. It's only blue and purple and pinks. Yeah, okay, never mind. I think this is screwed up. So this is either screwed up or it's the image that I'm using for the wheel is kind of corrupted, and the values are not quite correct there. But if we use a different version of this script here, let me get a different one. 1.jpg. Okay, yeah, this is jank. It's kind of hard to see, but we've got most of it in the blue, and then a little bit of the yellow and the red here. I'm guessing it's because of all the chromatic aberration that's happening. You can see some yellow and blue and green stuff. So that's probably why there's stuff here. The dots are kind of small, unfortunately. But yes, anyways, get the full range here. Yeah, it's not looking like there is any specific range that's being used here. These are really dark. This is really dark. This is really bright. I can't even see it. $85 and 8. This is 85 and this is 8. This is 6. It's 97. But the distribution definitely feels different though. As far as feels a lot more muted. 85 is not that present either. Oh yeah, we can see it, though. Can we not? If I just cut this image into 3 different pieces and then put it through the one of the was it tone curves or levels, we can see the histogram in the back. Which one is it? Yeah, I can see the histogram in the back, so maybe... Oh, right now it's not very good. It's not taking up the whole screen here. Correction. Yeah, okay, cool. 0 to 255, RGB... This is absolute RGB, right, then, in that case. It's the combined values. Does that make it the value? Okay, I don't know. What if I do this then? Okay, you know what? Let's just do it like this. Oh man, not this. Copy, new. Again, I don't know if this makes sense. I'm just trying to find patterns in this that make sense to myself. Don't really see a lot of shifting here, huh? Is it because... What if I just take these parts here? Right, okay. Where? I guess that makes sense. Okay. So even though we still have really bright spots in the in all of the sections basically, but on the either side they're leaning closer towards the dark part, which we can clearly see. But I mean, it's just where does that leave me? So coming into this, I wanted to know what the values of each section is kind of doing. I guess that's basically the answer. So I was expecting each region to be locked to their own range of values, or at least set like... Oh yeah, I was expecting it to be locked to its own range of values, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I think what I'm thinking of is that I'm expecting each area to have an average value that is different. And at least on the left side, that's very clear. The middle and the right side kind of have that very strong contrast still. But the left side, the right side is still generally darker than the middle. Keep the larger, higher values in the center. Higher contrast in the center because we have more of the brightest bright and the darkest dark being put next to each other. Okay, but other than that, I guess we don't have any blocking of the thing. I'm gonna stare at this for a little bit longer. What is it that I wanted to know? If on this side it is okay, that means the value I want to get out. No, I can get more value out of this if I look at each individual characters as well. Because clearly the brightest bright and the darkest dark in these characters are different, right? Sure, what is this layer? Ah, yes, of course. It's only 65 here. Goes down to 10. 16. Oh, but that's the glow from the bottom. 66, 76, 58. Pushing it down. 36, 20, 15. $49. Right, but this is being pushed now. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the range of values that each character has. And regardless of whether if that's painted in or if it's being affected by some kind of effect, if the final set of numbers is within a certain range, it tells us that the vibes that I'm seeing. So I'm seeing this, I'm seeing red here, and red is clearly not as high contrast as everybody else. So now I have some numerical sort of idea. So now the range here is about 35. This is about 55. So we have, what is this, 48? But I might have taken a highlight here. If we're not looking at too much of a highlight, because the highlight here will go up to 70 something. And so it's like 65. So the closer it gets to the center, the more range it gets, which makes sense. Because that gives that contrast and that draws that attention. Yeah, I'm doing the numbers, man. I'm doing the numbers. I need the numbers to get a feel for this. This is the jank part. 72. 18. 20, 30. $66. 18. Top 19. So we're bringing this down to 18-ish. Switch to sliders instead? Oh, okay. It's okay, I can see the numbers at the bottom. I guess it might be harder for you guys to see. 10. How far it jumps in the tree section? Ah, I see what you mean. Yes, at this point... yes, I don't know how to evaluate the colors. Oh man. The colors are gonna be, Okay, I think the colors, I have to look at each series of colors. So all the reds, what kind of transition? All the yellows, what kind of transition? I mean, it could be going from one into the other hue though. There's definitely hue changes too. But anyways, we get there when we get there. Let's not worry about it now. 6, 11, 12. Yeah, warmer and cooler, huh? Oh man, math. 52. $98. 15. 12. 10. Oh. It's darker here than it is at the bottom. Huh. I guess, I mean, this part should be catching some reflected light, but it's just not painted in, I think. But either way, it seems like yeah, like the darkest near the center here, actually. Keeps the attention in the middle, huh? And it's basically 100 over here. Yes, thank you, Duvet. $70. $87.90. Yeah, we did draw this. It's over here. So not this one. Not this one. This one. And the conclusion is that my monitor sucks. Yes, I'm blaming all my monitor. The values are not contrasty enough, but anyways. Now I'm just trying to get some numbers out, which I think looks kind of insane. Yeah, the original is very cool, man. How do you come up with this? How am I? I am great. I'm as good as I can be, I think. So that's pretty good. Oh, what did I just do? What could you go? Why did my pen change, bro? What? 6, 5. 10, 5. But we're talking hundreds over here. This is pure 100 here. Same for this part. Hovering around 80, 90. The back. 10. There's 20. No, it makes sense. Gradient outwards. Alright, good night, Yaz. Yes, Mizukine, by all means. There isn't much to look at, because it doesn't really make too much sense to me right now. But having some number ranges to map to like sort of the vibes that I'm getting by looking at it. Like if you look at something, you feel like, oh, either this is super high contrast or it's kind of muddied, that kind of stuff. I'm trying to tie it to numbers, so I have something objective to fall back on. If I want to achieve something, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we can keep the side range value changes to be about 30 or 40 between the highest and the darkest and the lightest, something like that. And then we can, yeah, only have like large value differences in the focal point, that kind of stuff. Perhaps Mizukine, I'm not 100% sure. Oh my god, my pen. 30. Yes, 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 yes. 30. Anyways, holding it down. So what? It's being held in the lowest. Man, I need to do mapping myself. Oh, but there's quarter lines here. So 0, 10 to. Huh. Where are my numbers? Oh, it's on top. Okay. Ah, shit. Maybe not then. Oops. $25, 37.5, I think is the middle between 50 and 25, right? And then this is like 10-ish. Same thing here, I think. The majority in the middle here. It's only be up to 26 to 30-ish. This kind of makes sense, but also don't necessarily make a lot of sense. I don't think we need to numericalize the vibes anyways in the first place. I just have a urge to do it. And until we do this a few more times with some of the other illustrations by Min, I don't think we necessarily see any patterns yet. Because this is n equals to 1. How many? At least equals to 3. So that would be kind of that for now. And if I can just get some value scales here. This, I do like looking at this instead though. Is that what a master study is? I still don't know what a master study is. I thought it just means that you're studying like an old master. And then they call it master study. Oh shit, how should I rationalize this? How would I paint this? From a black and white. Masterpiece came from always when a student studies a master's piece. Alright. Good night, George. Thanks for dropping by, guys. Oh, my hair. Naruhodo. ではないか. I'll be right back. Oh. Artful. Oh, what is this? Oh, you post your own art kind of thing? Looks kind of like Pinterest, this UI. Just start off with some simple gradient here. Maybe find friends kind of thing. Interesting. A bit of a curve into the... Uh-huh. I've used neither, so I'm not sure. Photo manipulation probably not that important. Right colors here. Right, but the tuning wouldn't be done like this though. Right, because he will do the similar sequence, and then we're viewing the final version, which has a bunch of stuff on top. That's not easy to tell. No toxic. That's the first thing you bring up. I guess the other ones are pretty bad, huh? Oh, I see. It's a use it to experience the thing. Huh. Interesting. Wouldn't hurt to make an account, I guess. According to their About page, independent social media platform focused on providing a safe and positive space for artists. In addition to customization options, we offer a many unique features that are focused on promoting engagement and community interaction. Participating in community challenges to resharing your favorite art and creating collections. There's always something fun to do. DTIYS. Draw this in your style. Oh, I've never seen this acronym before. Huh. Would be nice, huh, to have a style. We're not quite there yet. Okay, I'm gonna make gradients here, but I don't like these are not. This is not how you put the colors in the first place. But I think it wouldn't help to it wouldn't hurt to know about, you know, this gradient looks nice. I wonder what it's kind of like in terms of the transition of colors here. It wouldn't hurt, but it also isn't really going to give us the keys to the kingdom here. The music's kind of quiet, I just realized. Mm-hmm. What color is this? Ayan, I got. almost a straight line down. Interesting. The previous one we did was see like a transition. Oh, I didn't bring it up. Okay, where did I put it? The transition was like a diagonal line that goes from saturated into desaturated and darker. Yeah, I mostly go from at least I'm using the triangle, so I think it's not that intuitive for everyone, but more saturated, higher value into less saturated, lower value. It's fine. This time we get more slightly different directions. You don't know saying. Yes, Redx. All the best for school. Have a nice day. Of all the music that we've played, this is the one that triggers the copyright. Yeah, like we have to give out one color. When making the range, it's like all the white stuff just is invisible. I'm trying to rationalize this because I was reading the book and I came out with this workflow of basically what makes sense in terms of doing a painting, right? You have an idea and then you do some composition, and then the composition you have to figure out the balancing of objects, the different shapes, you have the values, you have the colors, then you have to find out the light sources. So I'm just gonna go through some of these with the illustration and trying to see if there's any more that I can glean out of it. So right now I'm just looking for other light sources. That's like, I'm looking at like any part of this. I'm looking at like, say, the hair of like Fox Mummy over here. And it has a certain value, hue, and saturation, right? The values, the colors that's being used here. And the values is limited by the overall composition. So to some extent, we have one of the three that's already determined. The hue and saturation. I think saturation is a bit hard to talk about, I think. But then in terms of color, it's both hue and saturation at the same time. Then it would be the local color with the light source color. I don't see a very specific light source here. I guess it would just be reflected light. Because it's tinted blue and everything else is red. So there's some thematic thing going on here as well. So if I'm painting, say for example, I start off with just the base color, the original color of her hair. And I'm using the values to determine, I'm using the compositional values to determine what values the hair is going to be. So we would have the base color. And then now I would decide on what kind of hue it would have, I guess. I know it's not that like clear cut. It's not like a clear formula. You will go back and forth during a color rough. You do a bunch of composition and try a different bunch of things. And eventually you will arrive at this, but I'm just kind of trying to rationalize this. Because even as I'm trying different stuff, what would I even try? The light source here is what exactly, actually? It's the yellow source that's backlit. So these guys are backlit, yes. Right. The curtains are bright for some reason. Anyways, yeah, let me go find all the light sources first. Because it's not necessarily 100% consistent here as well. Anyways, for the light source, I need to know 4 things, I think. How soft it is, how directional. I guess it's always directional, as in what direction it's from. The strength and the distance. I need to know the distance. Anyways. So we have a white light, there's a spotlight here. This is mostly on lab. Right, so this part here is very clearly like a compositional idea, right? To keep this part of Texas like not in the light, even though it by all means should be here. We have light falling on the shoes here. So if this spotlight here is only hitting on the shoes, that means there's another one that's backlighting this backlighting her. So there's another one in the back. And we have like lower the light. Atmospheric, uh-huh. Okay. So what is this part here then? This reflected? This is kind of... Oh, but... It is going to be redder. No, it's just jittering around here. Let's see, it's only ever so slightly tinted warmer. Yeah, where are the lights coming from here? Or these ones here? Still coming through this way, I guess. These guys only get one light. All lights from below. This is fitting the spot on. These guys are coming in this way. Those are being ignored. Okay. This part is top down. Okay, that's everything, I guess. I don't have any conclusion here. I think over time, after going through a few more, probably we have something, hopefully. In the meantime, I think this is it for this. I'll call it a day for the stream today. Wait, what? Anyways, I'll probably stop streaming here today. What? Anyways, I'll stop today. But I think I'm not done with this yet. I do have a desire to go in and block out some more shapes, but I'll see. We might start a new one, we might block out more shapes. Oh right, hang on. How close am I actually? Oh, we got pretty close for some of these. It's the really dark one and the really bright ones that we kind of missed the mark, but I think some of the mid tones we kind of got the right ones at the right spot. Kind of. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have no conclusion. I don't know if I learned anything necessarily, but yeah, I'm gonna trust the quote-unquote process for now, my own stupid process, and if there's anything I'll let you guys know. So alright, see you guys. Thanks for coming.